Okay, welcome back to our second video. I'm going to try it again and see how it works. This is just going to be a basic overview. So, welcome back everybody. We're back to officially start our Roman unit. This video will be relatively short, just to give you an update on what to expect and what to focus on during this unit, and to kind of give a basic understanding of the beginnings of Rome. So, Rome is a great unit. I will be focusing on the basics of this unit. Things that I want you to understand about Rome is one, the type of government that it had. Two, Greece was known for philosophy, but Rome was known for the power of its military. Three, be aware of some of their military weaponry. Four, basic knowledge of their mythology. So these are the four things I want you to take out of this unit, okay? So when you're doing your studying at home, these are the things I want you to notice, all right? So, hopefully you've already seen the Remus and Romulus video. If not, go watch it. It's much better than what I'm going to explain here. And I'll give a basic summary right now. So, we'll start with the Trojan War. Has anyone heard of the Trojan War? Yes, you? You have? Great. All right. Troy fought Greece. Troy lost. Aeneas was the Trojan hero in Greek mythology, and son of the prince Anchises and the goddess of Aphrodite. Okay? Because of his loss, the loss to the Greeks, he fled to save his own life. So he was a Trojan, and he fled Troy to save his life. So his goal was to go to Italy and to start a city. Okay? But unfortunately, a big storm hit on the Mediterranean Sea, and Aeneas and all of his fellow Trojans ended up landing in Carthage. Does anyone remember where Carthage is? Yeah, you. Yes, it is in Egypt. It's another tie back to Greece, Rome, and Egypt. Correct. Great job. Okay? So, he was destined to go to Italy, but he didn't make it. So, as a fierce storm threw them off course, they landed in Carthage, in Egypt. He stayed there for 7 years, and he ended up getting married. Can anyone guess what happened next? Yes, you. Yep, he left his wife in the middle of the night. So she was not happy. They had been married for a while, and he had a message from the gods that he should leave immediately to go find his city, to go found his city. So he did. He left in the middle of the night, and from that point forward, she vowed that Carthage would always be the enemy of Rome for decades and years to come. And she was right. Does anyone know the tie between Carthage and Rome? Yes. Yes! The Punic Wars, which we may be learning about a little bit later. So, the Punic Wars were the basis between Rome and Carthage. And it has that bad history from when Aeneas left in the middle of the night. So he finally made it to Italy, and he did found his city. Years later, many years later, his great granddaughter met Mars and ended up having twins. Mars is the god of war. Okay? The king that had stolen the throne from her dad didn't want to give it back. So he put the babies in a basket and sent them down the Tiber River, hoping that they would end up dying from exposure. But no, they did not. Lupa, the she-wolf, found them, nursed them, and helped them to survive. In time, a shepherd named Faustulus found them in the woods and took them home. There, he and his wife helped to raise them into manhood. They became strong, just men. Okay? And basically, for the rest, kind of watch the video, but I'll let you know that a lot of stuff happened. Remus was captured by the bad king. They found their grandpa and then was run out of town. They raised an army and then killed the bad king. They went out and found their own city. They went out to found their own city, but they had to decide who was going to rule it. So they didn't know how they were going to rule it. They had to make that decision. Then they found 7 hills by the Tiber River where Lupa initially found them, and they thought that this would be a great place to build their city. But on which hill? They couldn't decide. Remus wanted one hill, Romulus wanted another, and so eventually they ended up fighting. Romulus kind of died. Romulus ended up founding Rome and becoming a mostly just king. He was well known for his wisdom, even though it started out kind of bad, and some of the things he did were not the greatest, but overall he was a just king. So that is how we got the founding of Rome. All right? So go back and watch the video for a little bit better understanding of that, but hopefully that helps. And remember, there are 4 things that I want you to know from this unit. The first one is the type of government that Rome had. Okay? 2, Greece was known for philosophy, but Rome was known for the power of its military. 3, be aware of some of their military weaponry. 4, just have a basic knowledge of their mythology and kind of the difference between the Greeks and the Romans. All right? So that's it. Take care. See you in the next video.